Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to be playing some Final Fantasy XIV, and we are going to start on the Hildibrand quests. And these are quite humorous and slapstick. So let's get stuck straight into it. We're going to be doing it on our warrior again. Rise and Fall of Gentlemen. An acquaintance of Wymond is at wit's end, and the businessman would have you help her. I hear you've been busy as a bee couch. Seems half the whispers that came my way relate to your comings and goings. Being an active type you are, I reckon you'd be interested in investigating some queer rumors, am I right? But before that, let me ask, ever heard of a man named Hildibrand? No. To hear him tell it, he was Eorzea's greatest and most famous inspector. Still can't say I'm surprised you don't know him. To his credit, Hildibrand and his assistant had a knack of showing up when something shady was afoot. As for sussing out the culprits, well, he had his moments, though I hesitate to give him sole credit. Any road, 5 years ago, he gets it in his head that he's cracked the code of Messiah's 7th verse. Dolomud, the calamity. All of it can be stopped, he says, so long as he finds the hero of prophecy. And wouldn't you know it, the hero was Hildibrand himself. So he flies off towards Dolomud. Aye, that's right. He flew. Launches himself straight into the air somehow. Ridiculous as it sounds. Of course, it's only logical that he got to come back down. Though, it was only recently that we found his body. I had reason for bringing this up. Alright. So Nashu, Hildibrand's erstwhile assistant, has since become an inspector in her own right. At present, she's investigating the queer rumors I mentioned earlier. She's a sweet lass, a bit daft, but sweet nonetheless. So when I hear she's at wit's end, I want to help. Thing is, I prefer to meddle in the affairs of the living. Zombies are most definitely not my forte. So, if you're willing, I'd be grateful if you lent her a hand. As for where to find her, she's like to visit Hildibrand's grave in the Lich Yard when she's frustrated. Try looking for her there first. Alright, let's teleport to Camp Drybone. And make our way to the Lich Yard. Hello there, Nashu. Nashu Mahakaraka. She doesn't have a typical Makut surname. Interesting. Oh, if only you were still alive, Inspector. You'd know how to stop these zombies. Ah, you there. Could it be? You've come to offer your services to me? Yes. Oh, but where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector. At least, that's what I'm trying to be. Not quite as easy as he made it look. Inspector Hildibrand was a great man, a real Eorzean hero. We travelled the world, me and him, solving cases and thwarting evil. No matter the mystery, you could always count on the inspector to solve it with grace and style. But then there was the final case, the case of the century, he called it. How to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. To save us all, he flew into the sky, and all I could do was watch. But then he came back down, and he... This is all a joke. A big funny joke. Right, Inspector? Any moment now, you'll burst out of the ground and shout, "Surprise! Had you fooled, eh?" And we'll all laugh. And laugh. Hildibrand Mandeville, beloved son. Sniff, sob. They say no one remembers the warriors of light. Their names, their faces, all gone forever. But I remember you, Inspector. No, Gentleman Hero Hildibrand. I can never be the hero you were, but I will do my best to try. That was a quick change. I, Nashu, Inspector Extraordinaire, will carry on your legacy. So I told myself, well, Nashu, there must be a leader, a head zombie who tells the rest what to do. Therefore, all we need to do is kill him. Again, that is. Unfortunately, I don't know where he is, or how to find him. But now that you're here, my faithful assistant, you can try the one good idea I've come up with so far. If you go to where these dapper zombies were last seen in southern Thanalan, you might find them, and then you could become their friend, and ask to meet their leader. Yes, that's sure to work. So we go to southern Thanalan. Forgotten Spring. And we'll fly through the desert. Well, there's a telephony tower over there. Alright, because I haven't done the Endwalker stuff yet. Alright, so we've got a level sync. I'm gonna take out these dapper zombies. They do look quite fancy. They're in the middle of combat and they're still flexing. I don't want to get too close to those a Mulger. I can hear a lawnmower in the background. I think my neighbor's mowing their grass. It would make sense. I'm fighting awfully close to use a Mulger. I'm gonna go over here and fight these ones. They'll be safer. You are neither a gentleman nor a zombie. That is correct. I am CouchMogtato, zombie dispatcher extraordinaire. No, just keep on pummeling. Hey Hunter, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Oh, you got no sound, you got no type. Things are going well. Alright. What? There we go. Get over here, dapper zombie. You will be destroyed. I cannot type. I wrote good as good. Need one more zombie. There he is. Then we go back to Drybone. Make our way back to Nashu. No longer raining, which is great. Do you find the zombies? You did? That's wonderful. I've been busy too. The head zombie will rue the day he meets me. You'll see. But tell me, what did you learn? Curious parchment. Writ upon this map of the Sigoli Desert in a flamboyant, flowing hand are the words, "A gentleman is, rather than does." Oh, so you were able to make new friends. That's a shame. But this parchment... this is a map of the Sigoli Desert. There's a spot marked here in the south. And look, there's something written here. A gentleman is, rather than does. That sort of reminds me of, well, no matter. Let's see where this map takes his assistant. Onward to the Sigoli. To... Sigoli. We'll teleport back. And it's... oh, it's all the way south. Okay. Interesting. Over here. Over here. I don't think I misread the map. Maybe they're just shy though. I say we call out to them and let them know we come in peace. And when the leader shows himself, we strike. A gentleman is rather than does. Who summons the gentle dead men? They live. They live. My brothers, lend me your ears. A gentleman does not dine upon his guests. Spare this fine gentleman and fair lady your mastications. Withdraw, I say, and harass them no more. Up in the sky, look, it's a bird. No, it's an airship. No, it's the inspector. We hear and we obey. It is you. It really is you. I knew nothing could kill the great Inspector Hildibrand. Hildibrand? Who is this Hildibrand of whom you speak? My name is Zombiebrand, Devourer of Brains, Undead Overlord Extraordinaire. What are you saying? You're not an Undead Overlord. You're a Gentleman Inspector. Inspector? Overlord? Inspector? Overlord. Oh, Inspector. You're just confused is all. Don't worry. I'll knock some sense back into that noggin of yours. Stay your hand, milady. You know not what you do. Oh, I think she knows. Even if I were the esteemed gentleman you purport me to be, the concussive force of this blast is more likely to liquefy my... If crashing into the ground makes you forget, then an explosion of equal force ought to make you remember. I'll save you, Inspector, or kill you trying. See? Even you acknowledge the possibility that this plan will result in my... death. The legs. Normally I would applaud your ingenuity, Nashu, but I would have preferred that you found a more elegant solution. Ah, he remembers me. Inspector Hildibrand remembers me. Yes, I remember you, my faithful assistant. What do I not quite remember is how I came to be here. It was a dark and stormy night. The rain drenched our clothes to the bone. Hildibrand rises from the grave. It's very dramatic. He's got a flower in his hair. Ah, such a wonderful dream. I saw a dragon and... what is this place? And for that matter, who am I? I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have awoken at last. I sniffle, sob. I always knew you'd come back to us. Be it Red Moon or Black Dragon, no fiend is a match for my legendary might. And who might this fine gentleman be? Would you perhaps be one of my many admirer? Oh, but what is this faint tingling sensation in my arm? This ringing in my ears? This dizziness? Could it be a case? Could it be a case indeed? Back in the saddle. A mild concussion will not sway Inspector Hildibrand from his true calling. Verily, I could be naught else. Somewhere nearby, dastardly doings are afoot, and only I can thwart them. Copious quantities of sand, unbearable heat, and the Sagoli Desert. I'd bet my life on it. Which means Uldar is but a short trek away. Yes, it all fits. Only that den of iniquity could so violently trigger my keen investigator's sense. Fear not, law-abiding citizens. Inspector Hildibrand shall soon deliver you from evil. Let's get a new minion. What shall we get? Let's get this thing. The Great Serpent of Ronka. Little derpy slug. Now we need to go to here. In Dualdar. And question the residents of Uldar. Step 1. Agnes. Beg your pardon? You wish to question me as to the whereabouts of that deviant running about town dressed in rags? Do I look like a reporter for the Mithril Eye? I do not consort with perverts. Oh no. Is Hildibrand a pervert? Silver Nettle. What? You're looking for a half-naked Highlander that, likes to catch criminals? I think I remember a thing like that. If you do manage to find this inspector friend of yours, tell him to do something about the goddamn duelist. Your mate's pa's cousin's kid's best friend lost his blade the other day to that bastard. It was a friend of mine. Botolf. Sorry lad, but if it's information you want, you'd be served best by going to Wymond. The only rumors I've heard are those about the weapon thief calls himself a duelist, or so I hear. But when you don't allow your opponent to refuse, well... That's twice the duelist has been mentioned. Wymond. He's got cool glasses. I take it you've dealt with that zombie problem, eh? So do tell. Just why were they dressing up like dandies? Wymond, hey, Wymond. Thou almighty bugger me with bleeding spear. The dead have risen, and they're walking the streets of Uldar. No need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. It's true, he's not a zombie. I checked. Aye, you do seem to be hale and healthy, which, begs the question. How in the seven hells did you survive that fall? Why question divine providence? What matters is that Eorzea's champion has returned, and that he, and by that I mean I, shall bring this thieving duelist to justice. Heard about that, did you? Might be harder than you think. Even I've got no inkling of the fellow's current whereabouts. Inconceivable. I refuse to believe that the ever-inquisitive, ever-ambitious, ever-reliable Wymond is without a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance. Yes, this is an online game. Sure is. Well, I make no promises, mind you. But there was some talk of a fair maiden, what said her most. This knave assaulted a young woman as well. The audacity. I should fly to her side at... Gasp. Why, if it isn't the gentleman from the Sigoli. A serendipitous encounter indeed. Unless you too seek the belligerent duelist. Capital. It will be invigorating to engage in a friendly battle of wits. Already the spirit of competition fills me. Come, Nashu, we must away. Oh, he yeeted himself so fast. Damn it, Hildy. I ain't told you the lass's name yet. He just runs off before finding out where to go. After her own heart. Wymond believes it would be best if you assisted Inspector Hildibrand with his investigation. Well, oh, look at this dude's armor. That looks cool. He's got the axe. Oh, he looks fancy. Well, Couch, you might as well go after him. He'll be disappointed if you don't. The lady in question is named Yellow Moon. She's a woman with a taste for the finer things in life. Safe to say you'll find her getting fitted for something in the Weavers Guild almost every day. Good luck with the inspector. So to the Weavers Guild. So we'll run across town to the Aetherite. Or Aethernet Shard. Weavers Guild. My beloved pure heart was unlike any wand you've ever seen. Elegant, refined, the perfect accessory for any cultured woman. You will bring it back to me, won't you? A priceless possession, callously ripped from my hands of its power. The lady weeps, and the wind bears her sorrow in his ears. What gentleman could hear this clarion call and not beg the honor of championing her cause? What in the world? I swear to you here and now, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall scour all creation from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens for your pure heart. What he said. And you, my fellow servant of justice, I see your instincts are not to be underestimated. Having guided you this far, maidens, to this fair maiden's side. Now then, Miss Moon, what can you tell us of the theft? Thefts, sir, to be precise. My pure heart was one of the most recent items to be taken from me. I sniffle. Am certain I had it when I left home the other day. After I browsed the latest fashions at Sunsilk and took in a match at the Colosseum, I realized it was gone. But the time and location of the theft are unknown, essential details, without which we cannot solve the case. There is but one logical course of action. Miss Moon, to coax the hidden clues from your memories, we must reenact the fateful day's excursion to Sunsilk Tapestries. And where is this? Ah, just teleport. There we go. Make our way to Sunsilk Tapestries. Miss Moon, would you be so kind as to describe your visit in detail on the day in question? Nothing unusual happened, but if you insist, I was pondering whether or not to purchase a new dress, when a man approached me and confessed his undying love. What sort of man says that to a complete stranger, I ask you? Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse in shock, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled. I may be so bold, Miss Moon, that strikes me as a most unusual happening. In any case, it appears to be completely unrelated to the theft. Let us next proceed to the Colosseum and see what you remember. Alright, let's use our sprint. We'll run through the steps of Nald. Once again, Miss Moon, if you would be so kind as to let us know what you remember. Well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling that day, and was debating which match to observe, when a gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love. Naturally, I was taken aback. I whirled about and struck the man in the face with my purse in shock, not intentionally. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money, my purse weighed about 60 pounds, and the blow was enough to render him unconscious. 120 pounds? Miss Moon, you are a remarkably strong woman. Which is precisely why you were targeted. Oh, it's so obvious in hindsight. The thief bore you a grudge. No, it's more than that. He hated you with a passion. There sure is a lot of giant crates in Uldar. At the Weavers Guild, at Sunsilk Tapestries, and here too. These crates are everywhere, Couch. I wonder what's inside. But I don't see how we can open... Ah, of course. I still have plenty of explosives. Here. Why don't you try? It'll be fun. Nashu's a delight. There's people in there. What are you guys doing? Perspiring men. At the heart of every crime rests a single, unassailable truth, reached only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Hearken to me now, for as a shepherd leads his flock, I shall guide you to my irrefutable conclusion. A gladiator professes his feelings only to be rejected, and physically assaulted in response, wounding his pride as a warrior and man, resenting her prowess while recognizing his weakness. He carries out a more feasible vengeance. He robs Yellow Moon of her weapon, the Pure Heart. Inspector, we found the Pure Heart. These strange men sneaking around town in wooden crates had it. It's not what you think. We're not thieves. We're devotees. Yellow Moon is our sun and stars. We only wish to keep her safe from harm. And should she misplace an item from time to time, we'd collect it for safekeeping. Nothing untoward. You deviants are behind all the thefts? All this time you've been stalking me. What nerve? Ah, such unbridled fury, such righteous indignation. We should be glad to accept the goddess's punishment. Goddess? Devotees? Ah, but of course. That I had you inspect those crates was a stroke of genius indeed. As I was elucidating but a moment ago, those fiends are obviously the ones responsible for the recent rash of weapon thefts, as those thefts were carried out by a single individual, you imbecile. Lest you've forgotten, the culprit is a duelist. He only claims his victim's weapons after defeating them in single combat. If your powers of observation were as great as you claim, you should have deduced that those buffoons in boxes were incapable of such. I should know. I am a reporter for the Mithril Eye. My name is Ellie, and I've been investigating these incidents for weeks. Inspector Hildibrand, gentleman investigator and agent of inquiry, I presume. You're looking well for a dead man. Would you like to meet one of the duelist victims? I'll introduce you with pleasure. You would be willing to share such precious information with me? Your generosity is commendable, Miss Ellie. May this mark the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship. Yes, yes, very good. The name of the man is... Huh? Where in the bloody hells do you think you're going? I haven't told you anything yet. He's run off again. The Immaculate Deception. Having no other recourse, Ellie would instead tell you to identify the identity of the victim. Say, I suppose since you're the imbecile's friend, you intend to help him. The man you want to find is an adventurer named Humphrey. At present, he can be found at the Golden Bazaar. With luck, the good inspector may find his way there by the time you arrive. If not, then so be it. I wonder what will happen when he discovers that the victim is a perpetrator as well. We'll go to the Golden Bazaar. Teleport to Drybone once again. And up we go. Hello there, Humphrey. Hi, I'm Humphrey. And you are? Huff, puff. At last. I've caught up with you. You there, young sir. I'm told you are a victim of the marauding duelist. Me? A victim? Haha, how amusing. You amuse me. True. I was challenged by the duelist not long ago. But where he thought to find a whelp, he found a warrior of light instead. Aye, I defended my honor and my blade. See for yourself. You mean you won? That's amazing. Yeah, well, it was nothing compared to what I faced at Cartenow. Magitech to the right of us, Magitech to the left of us. Stuck in the middle with Master Lao, we were. Core. He was a dab hand with the old magic, he was. I tried to save him, of course, but there's a limit to how many giant beasties a man can... That man is no warrior of light. Tell them, Elazar. Tell them how he lost and surrendered a sword that was not his own. Liar, scoundrel. I trusted that bastard with my father's blade. Bid him take it to a smithy for restoration. Even gave him gilp to pay for it. And he comes crawling back, snivelling and begging forgiveness for losing it in a duel. As if that's enough to set things right. Look at me, you bleeding whoreson. Look at me. Me, flowing golden locks, sir, no more. I've gone bald from the stress and heartbreak. I swear to everything holy that you'll face a reckoning if you don't bring her back to me. All right. He beat it out of me, and took the old man's sword. I used the guild to pay the chirurgeon. I have no idea where he or the sword is. What am I supposed to do, huh? I can't give him what I don't have, unless you help me find the sword. That's what you do, right? Help people? Have you no shame? First you claim a legacy not your own. Then you beg others to help you with problems of your own making. You will refuse this man, won't you, Inspector? And what of Elazar's flowing golden locks? How will forsaking young Humphrey help the man he was wronged? We shall begin our search for the sword by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar. So we'll make our way up here. We got Aeb. Antique swords? Oh, I haven't the foggiest about that. That travelling merchant, Jojenpa, is the one you want to speak with, assuming he hasn't left. And we have Benigar, Elazar's sword. Wasn't much to look at, but at least it was authentic. More than a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics. Lululao. That boy should be ashamed of himself. Wrong poor Elazar of a priceless family heirloom. Just goes to show you should never trust an adventurer who claims to be the warrior of light. Thieves and tricksters, the lot of them. Sigh. It must not be the most honourable solution, but mayhap you should consider giving Elazar a counterfeit blade, if the deception brings him peace in the final days. Would it be so wrong? It's still kinda dodgy. And not kinda dodgy, it's very dodgy. Don't give people fake stuff. Jorgenpa. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of an ancient sword. At least, not of one I can guarantee to be authentic. You see, any wares I determine to be of dubious origins I immediately discard in the spring east of Camp Drybone. Although I have no swords for sale at present, I may have disposed of a facsimile similar in design to the one you describe. This presents a quandary. Though I am loath to deceive an honourable man like Elazar, a well-intentioned ruse may put his heart at ease, thus spurring the rejuvenation of his flowing golden locks, whilst we continue to search for the genuine article. Well, if there is a sword in that spring, it won't remain there for long. It's one of the more convenient sources of fresh water for the common folk in Camp Drybone. Tisk tisk. You should endeavour to be more optimistic, Miss Ellie, like me. I say we search the spring first, before declaring all to be lost. Alright, let's go search the spring. We're just kind of chilling there. Alright, so it's just down here. And not too far away. What is this? You got a cool flying ship. It occurs to me that I'm not yet fully recovered from my acclimated injuries. It would not be prudent to immerse my body in water. Not without first coating it with a liberal application of salamander oil, that is. Indeed, on many occasions my dearest mother tended my childhood scrapes just so. You understand the importance of physical rehabilitation, yes? Then you can assist me by pouring the oil all over my body. We've got to lather him up. The body is but an instrument in occasional need of oiling. So come, my friend, come and oil me up. Alright? Let's lather you in oil. Ah, this comforting scent, as though I am a child in her arms. Quickly now, before it dries, knead the oil into my aching flesh. Alright, massage. Ah, the pain multiplies many-fold. Gently. Now, gently. And some more massaging. Oh gods, oh gods, oh gods, yes, at last! My muscles slacken and soften. The warmth spreads and the pain becomes pleasure. Massage him again. Right there, yes. Keep doing that. Just like that, just like... Groan. Yes. Now, once more. With feeling. Well, this is a longer massage. Ah, never before have I received such a splendid ministrations. Now then, into the spring. You as well, my good man. That was not at all weird. Muddy pebble. A holy pot. That's a bit more than holy, that is straight up broken. And a muddy bottle. You've been productive. Excellent. May I see what you found? We found a worthless bottle, a useless rock, and an irrelevant potsherd. No sign of the sword Jojenpa mentioned. I see. Ah! Now I'm all wet. What was that anyway? Did something cause you to... Once again, my instincts have guided us to our quarry. That I had you search that section of the spring was a stroke of sneeze. Inspector, it's bad for your health to conduct investigations in those clothes. I'll go to Uldar and fetch you some new ones. How thoughtful of you, Nashu. While you're there, purchase a few bottles of hair tonic for Elazar as well. The newest, most potent blend you can find. Is it not wonderful, my friend? Soon, all of Elazar's woes will be no more. Alright, let's return to Eliza. And there's a fate up there as well. We'll just fly over all the cliffs and canyons. You there. As promised, I return to you your father's ancient blade. Aye, it is her. Every chip and scratch is just as I remember. God bless you, sir. I never expected you'd go to such lengths for two strangers without thought of reward. Altruism is a rare trait these days. 'Tis common enough if you know where to look. A gentleman recognizes the good in every soul, and understands that none deserve to be forsaken. Spoken like a true gentleman, though your garments beg to differ. Inspector, I brought your change of clothing. I also brought a supply of tonic from this peddler I met in Pearl Lane. Excellent work, Nashu. If you would just bring me that case. Ooh, dramatic. Straight in the head. Nani? Inspector? Inspector Hildibrand. There appears to be something lodged in my forehead. Could it be a missive from an adoring admirer? Sploosh, sploosh, sploosh. The author neglected to pen her name. I shall come to claim the collector's blade. Is that supposed to be flattering? No, it's supposed to be intimidating. The duelist wrote this. He's daring you to stop him. That smile. A challenge for me? Oh, at last, the curtain rises. Very well. If I am to duel the duelist, I must dress for the occasion. Sploosh, sploosh, sploosh. Pat, pat, pat. Wait, it actually works? Dramatic. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, accept your challenge. He's so incredible, so bold, so majestic, just like a warrior of light. No, a gentleman of light. Sparkle, sparkle. He is exceptionally something. Cool. Inspector Hildibrand, you look amazing. Oh, his hair's come back. That was very fast acting. Mysterious figure. Hildibrand. This is far from the strongest of swords. It's Gilgamesh. Blue skies and the rolling desert. How much longer must I seek the blade of legend? We got 2 filtered water. Sure. Challenge accepted, my worthy opponent. You shall not claim the blade. With my, let us call it what it is, genius, I shall bring you down. Wait, you wish to duel with weapons you waste? The bridge hardly seems appropriate for such an epic battle. The 3 collectors. Hey, I know that spear. That's the one I found buried with the pumpkins. Pumpkins sort of remind me of, no, it's gone. Never mind. Alright, let's continue, shall we? The science of deduction. Ellie wishes to share her latest discoveries with you. Perchance you are curious about the duelist's declared target. It so happens I have identified the weapon in question. The treaty blade is part of an Ishgardian noble's collection. Or was, I should say. No, it has not yet been stolen. It has been purchased by an Uldaran collector, the wife of a wealthy merchant living in Vesper Bay. Suffice it to say, I would be remiss if in my duties as a reporter were I not to investigate her. And should the duelist strike whilst I am present, well, I hope I needn't explain what a golden opportunity that would be. Ingratitating myself to her may prove to be the greatest challenge, though I'm told she is a difficult woman to please. Fortunately, I am also told that she has a fondness for rare flowers, the sort Tatusi in Camp Drybone sells. You can come along if you'd like. Speak with Tatusi. Tatusi. Tatasi? Over the cliffs and far away. We'll take our way to Camp Drybone. Tatusi. Tatasi. Here you are, miss. Thank you for your patronage. Was it for love or money that you killed him? It was you. Have you gone mad? That was an Amulja arrow in his back. I don't even know how to shoot a bow. Amulja don't shoot fleeing unarmed merchants. They recapture and temper them. Not that you or your victim make any convincing merchants. If you're going to misrepresent yourself, put some effort into it. Wear gloves for God's sake. Or at least don't wave your hands in front of my face. The calluses on your fingers betray you as a veteran archer. Doubtless you used your skills to great effect 5 years ago, as did your partner. So again, I ask, was it because he took you for your share, or your sister? You don't touch a man's kin. He knew that, and yet he... Damn. I thought he did it for the money. You two, he's all yours. Yes, of course. Thank you for your help, Inspector. We have a rival Inspector, and he's better than Hildibrand. At his job, at least. Not in entertainment value. At least he's competent. But when did investigating crimes become such a popular profession? It's not his job, you know. He just likes doing it. He belongs to one of Ishgard's high houses. Some may say he's a baron. Not at all like that buffoon Hildibrand, don't you think? I try not to think about Hildibrand. We should get going. Lady Dorilda will not take kindly to wilted flowers. To Lady Dorilda, do we have any Aetheryte tickets? Okay, so we don't have any tickets that will take us straight there, so we'll go to Horizon. And we will fly there. I flew this way last week with my blue mage. But this time we're going straight past. Dorilda. Again, as I told the last 20 who came before, if you have come looking for work, you are too late. And even if I were in need of additional security, I would not deign to hire a common adventurer. Now remove yourself from my sight before I have you removed. Fancy flower. Did you really think I could so easily be so easily manipulated? Present the right gift, speak the magic words, and you would earn my respect? What is more, a flower's beauty is fleeting. I value beauty which transcends the boundaries of time, everlasting, enduring, unchanging. Like mine, now get out. Forgive us, Lady Dorilda. We meant no disrespect. We were afraid that you would not heed our warnings otherwise. A notorious, violent thief is plotting to steal the treaty blade. You fools. I shall come to claim the collector's blade, yes. I read the mithril eye. I know full well of whom you speak, and it is none of your concern. I have a legion of guards at my disposal. Should he try, I will have him seized, or worse. And even if by some miracle he should succeed, he will not escape my wrath, for I have retained the services of a certain gentleman. Ah, but you may see for yourself. Like every piece of my collection, he has been chosen with the utmost care. Now look at my peerless inspector, interlopers and despair. Ships the past in the night, a signal shown in the darkness. The lady cries out for a guardian, and a gentleman must needs oblige. I swear to you here and now, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall neither slumber nor sleep until the fiend who covets the treaty blade is caught to justice. Sparkle. Good sir, what brings you here? Are you come in pursuit of the jewelers as well? Or perchance in pursuit of me? As if I would spend a single gil on an insufferable, incompetent... To be fair, you are not spending a single gil on me. The chance to investigate such an intriguing case is payment enough. Preemptive declarations of criminal intent are hardly in vogue. Sorry I'm late. Busy solving a murder. Braydarian Consulting Inspector. At your service, my lady. Oh, he's upset. Conniving inspector? Consulting inspector. Sniff, sniff. Rotting flesh and saltpeter. Hildibrand Mandeville and Nashi Maharaka, I presume. 2 rank amateurs playing at a profession of which they know naught. Call me when you finish with these Westerals. You see, I do not want nor need your help. Ryardian is more than capable of overseeing the transfer. Now get out, all of you. Where have you been? Maria? And where is my vase? There was this strange flying thing and the vase. I dropped it in the water. I was so... That vase once belonged to the royal house of Thorn. Do you have any idea how much it was worth? You will have to go back outside right now and search for my vase. And you are not to return until you find it. Do I make myself clear? Well, that's mean. My lady, pray allow me to go in the girl's stead. It is not safe, for she herself spoke of a ferocious wild beast. Muscles. With my unmatched investigative skills, I shall swiftly locate and recover the missing vase, thereby earning your respect. At which point, you will gladly grant me permission to investigate the thieving duelist. Verily, it is a plan fiendishly clever in its intricacies. Not when spoken aloud. His bubble has been burst. Miss Maria, would you be so kind as to tell me exactly what happened? That face. I picked up the vase in Uldar, like Mother said, and I was on my way home. I was crossing the bridge, and then the flying thing came. I got scared, so I ran. When I stopped, it was gone. But so was the vase. I think I dropped it in the Nofka wells. I want to go and look, but there was scary looking things down there. I'm scared to go alone. You are no longer alone, Miss Maria. We shall go together and look for the vase. All 5 of us. All 4 of you. I'm going after Inspector Bryardinian. If the jeweler strikes, I mean to be there. But, Miss Ellie, how can you ignore the plight of a young girl for the sake of a story? Because it's my job, you imbecile. Well, you should not be so derelict in your duties as to justice. Come, Nashu, we must away. You don't even know what the bloody vase looks like. Maria, dear, listen. If it gets dangerous, or if you feel afraid, you run to this adventurer for help, understand? Yes, I will keep you safe. Investigate the Norfolk Wells. Fly up and over. I don't see another Telefroy tower here. Okay. Thought there might have been all over the place. Oh, Uldar looks pretty dope. Hang on. Here we are. Flamboyant Oaf. A pox among the thieving demon bird. You shall rue the day cross paths with me. Huh? A vase? I know naught of what you... Gah! Curse this infernal ruse. Underfoot. Every point is a dagger. There is something in the water at this man's feet. Look at his little chicken as well. Senmin. A vase? Wow. Everything that falls in the water is like to be swept downstream fairly quickly. Does this have anything to do with the queer-winged beast I saw earlier? No? Never mind then. And up on the bridge? Almost. A resting merchant. That girl that ran by earlier. Aye, I seen her. Had something in her hands, but dropped it while crossing the bridge. Didn't get a good look, but I reckon it don't matter any road. Whatever it was, it's long gone by now. Then we go back to Gilgamesh. Curious object. Do I spy the treasured vase of Lady Julia over... Oh dear. That is broken. Does this belong to you, child? Forgive me. I was so engrossed in my search that I did not notice. Your search for what? Pray tell. The demon bird that absconded with my weapon. I set it down for but a moment, only to see it next in the talons of an accursed creature. I gave chase, following it to these waters, and in my haste I must have stepped upon your vase. Don't fret, Maria. I know it looks bad, but I'm sure Inspector Hildibrand will think of something. Another counterfeit. Oh, but I already have. My faithful assistant, hearken to me now, for as the rising sun doth dispel the dark, so shall my solution resolve our dilemma. But first, we must gather as many fragments of the vase as we can find. Precious potsherd? And while we're picking these up, I'll get a drink. Alright. That previous one took a while to pick up. Come to present your findings, have you? Splendid, let's have a look. We found 4 bits. Well done, my friend. This should be more than sufficient for our needs. He has performed miracles with far less after all. The hammer. A shattered unique vase will not deter Inspector Hildibrand from his mission. There is but one person in all Eorzea capable of reconstructing this vase. A man whose skills with a hammer has brought rival guildsmiths low. So breathtaking are his works, so fearsome his competitive spirit. This man is no mere goldsmith. You speak of him as one would of a great warrior. Once a notorious gang of thieves perpetrated a series of robberies in Uldar, targeting establishments with sold luxury goods. One such shop was owned by the humble lapidary of whom I speak. His was the last shop the thieves struck. But the following morning they were found beaten, bound and gagged in the gold court. The brass blades never learned who was responsible. The only information they had was the testimony of a thief who kept muttering the words, "The hammer, the hammer." He sounds dangerous. Aye, that he does, and I do so enjoy the company of a dangerous man. But where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. I am Gilgamesh, and that is my companion Enkidu. Well, not really. It has been many moons since I last saw her, so to ease the burden of loneliness, I tamed a rooster and painted it green. In any case, you mean to search for this goldsmith, yes? So, it would be my pleasure to help. The pleasure is all mine, Gilligan. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinary, bid you welcome. If it is hard for you to remember, I give you leave to call me Gil. Excellent suggestion, Greg. Playful monikers are an effective means of building camaraderie. Call me Hildy. Now then, from what I know of the goldsmith's propensity to procure his materials himself, I have deduced that he is most like to be found in the vicinity of Blue Fog in northern Thanalan. It is there we shall begin our search. Alright, to Camp Blue Fog. Been a while since I've been here. No, it hasn't. I was here last week, never mind. Because I got drill cannons from the thing. Doblin carcass. The Doblin's wounds indicate that it was felled with a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north. I don't think it's been dead long. Maybe whoever did it is still around. Basilisk carcass. Carcass. The basilisk wound indicates that it was felled with a hammer. Trail of bloody footprints leads to the north. A single blow to the head. Impressive. An Araman carcass. The Doblin, the Basilisk, this Araman, all were slain with a hammer, as was the beast over yonder, unless I am mistaken. That chimera must be his latest prize, which means he must still be about. Mayhap he is watching us at this very moment, attempting to ascertain our intentions. He was ever a cautious man when on the hunt. Alas, it comes to this. Though every fibre of my being cries out in rebellion, I must break my oath and do the unspeakable. What must you do that's so terrible? I must dance! I'm a Mandeville man, doing what only a Mandeville can. From the peaks of Coerthus to Thanlan, Mandeville man. I cannot avert mine eyes. That, pet, that is the dance of House Mandeville passed down from father to son. Were I to perform it within sight of our quarry, he would not be able to resist revealing himself. Alas, I gasp, and neglected to properly stretch my legs beforehand. My good man, I see no other solution. You must dance in my stead. Though it be a gross, nay, unconscionable violation of my family's traditions, I must bequeath to you the Mandeville. You have learned the emote Mandeville dance. Mandeville men. The time has come for you to do what only a Mandeville can. We are as siblings now, my constant comrade, for I have shared with you the secrets of House Mandeville. Now you must use that knowledge. Go to the fallen chimera and dance like only a Mandeville can. And that chimera is so ugly. The hammer stuck in its head. Time to dance. Bark, bark. Fancy yourself a Mandeville man? You would do what only a Mandeville can. Then lift your legs and put up your hands. Be a Mandeville man. He comes. Hero Land. He's missing his clothes. Ho ho ho. You have naught to fear from me, naught at all. The only accounts I came to settle were with that chimera. But you were not drawn here by some coincidence, were you? No, you came in search of me, Godbert. Why else would you gyrate your hips in such a gentlemanly fashion, if not that? But more importantly, how in the hells did you learn the Mandeville? If I did not teach you, then who? Uh-oh. He is ripped. And off he goes. By the grace of Thal, what sorcery is this? He yet lives? Whoa. They're both speedy boys. I'm coming to get you, boy. No. Shump, shump, shump. Hildibrand, Hilda Maximum Mandeville. You get suplexed. Dunk. Meow, meow. 10 years, Hildibrand. 10 years since you left home, and 5 since I learned of your trip to Dolomad. How long were you planning to allow your mother and father to suffer under the illusion that their beloved son was dead? Son? You are Hildy's father? Godbert the goldsmith, the Mandeville man. Smithing is only a Mandeville can. Oil him up and give him a tan. Fit for a Mandeville man. His clothes are destroyed again. Please, father, cease your undulations at once. There are more pressing matters at hand. This antique vase must be made whole once more, for the sake of Miss Maria. They've even got the same haircut. Do not worry, little one. I deal with worse cases before my morning bowel movement. Ding 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 ding. Magic. Hold your applause until the end. Bergot, guide my hammer. Shing. Oh, that looks fancy. Look how it sparkles in the twilight. How it radiates elegance. Would you all not agree that is a work of art? You've completely destroyed a priceless antique's historical value. Nonsense. I've taken a dull, unremarkable vase and transformed it into something far superior. I hope you are paying attention, Hildy. How long has it been since you last held a hammer? Father, that is not my path. I'm an agent of inquiry, an inspector. It is my duty to help those in need. Miss Maria is one such person. There are others too. Innocent people whose weapons were carelessly ripped from their hands by a thieving duelist. I thought you had put away childish dreams. No matter. You will understand in due time. No, I will not. I am an inspector, father. I can be naught else. Mr. Godbert, sir. I don't think my mother's going to like what you did. She probably won't let Mr. Hildibrand help with the investigation. We cannot say that for certain, can we? Perhaps she will take a liking to this reimagining. The look of worry. You spoke of a thieving duelist, did you not? It so happens I am something of a duelist myself. Were we to cross paths with this fellow, I would welcome the opportunity to pit my skills against him. Enkidu as well, I should think. I see you too possess a strong sense of justice. Full glad am I to have met you. Greg. Now, let us return to Vesper Bay and see how our vase is received. Vesper Bay, you say? What a coincidence. I shall be travelling there on business once I have finished gathering materials. Oh, I think I might have seen the demon bird which took my weapon. Go on without me. I shall follow anon. Alright, away we go then. To Vesper Bay. We need to go to Horizon. And then we can go to Vesper Bay via Nether Chariot. I hope she likes it. One way to find out. But I doubt she'll be pleased with anything. Mother, I brought you the vase. By the gods, have you all no shame? How dare you make my daughter complicit in your chicanery? I don't know where you found this gaudy trash, but it bears no resemblance whatsoever to the vase I purchased. Now see here, Lady Dorilda, not only did you send Maria to fetch your priceless vase alone, placing her in considerable danger should bandits or wild beasts attack, which they did, but... Gaudy trash? Lord Mandeville, sir, I did not realize you had arrived. Even when he's dressed up, he's still wearing the booty shorts. Though I know it is nothing compared to the lavish accommodations and esteemed gentlemen such as yourself must enjoy. I pray my humble abode meets with your satisfaction. Oh, it does, my lady. It does indeed. Especially that exquisite vase over yonder. Although I gather from your previous comments that you do not like my reconstruction. Your reconstruction? Oh, I don't like it. I love it. I would go so far as to call it the new centerpiece of my Thorn Dynasty collection. Ah, what a relief. I would have been most distressed had you said otherwise. We Mandevilles do so take pride in our work and ever strive for professional perfection. Oh, but why am I repeating what my son Hildibrand doubtless told you when he offered to investigate the jeweler's threats? Enough expository banter, I say. I cannot recall if your son used those precise words, but I do remember thinking that his help would be most welcome. You will be helping us, Inspector Hildibrand, will you not? Wait a minute. Your father is Lord Godbert Mandeville? The man who took Alonde Quinton's seat in the Syndicate. It appears there have been a great many developments over the past 10 years, of which I was completely unaware. In any case, we must redirect our energies towards the investigation of the thieving duelist. Our first order of business will be to review all the facts with consenting Inspector Briardian. Briardian. Why are you still here? Allow me to elucidate. Lady Dorilda has asked me to assist with the investigation. Now kindly share with us all your information. Fine. Our plans have advanced to a stage that even you couldn't ruin them anyway. I commissioned several reproductions of the Treaty Blade through a merchant named Jojanpa, who traffics in counterfeits antiques. These blades have been delivered to the observatorium, where they are being distributed amongst Lady Dorilda's sellswords. Once I give the order, they will transport them via alternate routes to Vesper Bay. Oh, I think I get it. You're hiding the real transport with a bunch of decoys, right? They're all decoys. The moment the thief strikes, all our forces will converge on his location, including those disguised as small folk along each route. The real treaty blade will remain in the original owner's vault until the thief has been apprehended. Everything is being accounted for. You are superfluous. Mayhap we could use more small folk to watch the roads, in and out of the observatorium, assuming you have the capacity to conduct yourselves in an unassuming fashion. Fear not, my fellow inspector, for I am a master of disguise. Have you any information regarding the duelist himself? A description? You never thought to ask Humphrey, did you? Sigh. The thief is said to be a towering brute dressed in red who wields a halberd. Ha ha ha! A man so garishly dressed should be easy to find in snowy Coerthus. And I suppose we don't need your help after all, do we? Come or don't, I couldn't care less. Be seeing you. Pray forgive my lateness. Greg, my good man, what a pleasure to see you again. We just received new information regarding the weapon thief. The victim described him as a halberd-wielding brute dressed in... a ridiculous outfit. A ridiculous outfit? Oh, now I am intrigued. What reasons would a warrior have for wearing impractical clothing? Haha, what reasons indeed? It is enough to make a gentleman laugh. Alright, it's gotta be Gilgamesh, it has to be. There's no way it's not. The three collectors. Inspector Hildibrand would have you accompany him to Coerthus. Allow me to surmise our current plan of action. Our destination is the observatorium, and our mission is to pose as goodly smallfolk in accordance with Inspector Briardine's instructions. Naturally, should the situation demand improvisation, we are to disregard those instructions. Any questions? No. Then let us sally forth at once. To the observatorium. Teleport out. And make our way down. And head to the observatorium. Over here, city gate. Not city gate. Close to though. Hail to thee, fellow servants of justice. I take it that you were one of the many tasked with transporting a counterfeit treaty blade. Clearly, you've mistaken me for someone else, sir. At ease, Sergeant. They're with us, the more small folk. Keep an eye on them, or else. But, sir, bugger me. Don't you bloody move till I get back. Drink time. I say, is this land always so inhospitable? The biting winds, the endless snows. Mayhap keeping it active will help me stay warm. Oh, and should I chance to find the thieving duelist, I will of course summon you after administering the requisite beating. Good, you're still... Wasn't there someone else with you a moment ago? Ah, you speak of Greg. He ventured outside the gates mere moments before your arrival, full eager to catch the thief as we are. Come, Nashu, we too must answer the call of duty. You look like you might actually be useful. Why don't you have a word with the men near the eastern gates? We're undermanned over there. The eastern gate. Over here? You see that just now? No? No worries, Hunter. Thanks for dropping by. And have a good rest of your day. Take care. I don't think my eyes are playing tricks on me. But there's only one way to be sure. You, wait here. Inspector, over there, look. What is it, Nashu? Pray tell me what you see. Aha, I see you, demon bird. You will not escape me this time. Alright, see you, Hunter. Why, hello there, my friends. Is aught amiss? Oh, it's just Greg. For a moment I thought you might have spotted our thief. Come, Nashu. We have lingered here over long. We must egress post haste. There is naught out of the ordinary here either. No luck. We have scoured every elm of this area to no avail. I can only conclude that, having learned that his opponent was to be the legendary Inspector Hildibrand, the duelist renounced his criminal ways and retreated into hiding. Or just Gilgamesh running in the background. Or perhaps he is waiting patiently outside the walls for more wagons to leave. That being said, should you decide to venture into the wilderness, you had best arm yourself with more than your wits. I appreciate your concern, Miss Ellie, but a gentleman should abstain from violence unless absolutely necessary. I'll fight you, Inspector. I'll fight for you, Inspector. I even found a weapon to use. By the 12. Is that the selfsame spear which propelled me into the Red Moon? Wherever did you find it? It was buried in the snow. Well, one cannot ignore the will of destiny. Return it to me, Nashu. Though I will still endeavour to avoid fisticuffs. I will be duly armed should worst come to worst. Now then, we begin our search for the duelist to the east of the observatorium. Oh, he's not in here. The game tricked us. We got a clue here. We shall wait. And we observe. Wherefore art thou, my nefarious nemesis? 'Twas not the self-same creature, but one of many. Nevertheless, I know that my weapon is close by. You sense it too, don't you? Bark bark. Yawn. Greg, I've been meaning to ask, why do you covet this weapon so? If you but beheld it, you would understand. In some ways it bore resemblance to a spear, but in other aspects it was quite different. It was crowned with a magnificent axe blade, to which was welded a musket barrel. Yeah, about that. It was one of the finest weapons I added to my collection after arriving in these lands. Ah, how I yearned to reclaim it, the strongest of spears. That weapon of yours bears a striking resemblance to what? The strongest of spears. I claimed this weapon 5 years ago. Surely you can't be serious. Grr. Now you call me Shirley? No matter. Give it to me. Give it to me. Oh. This spear and I have travelled together to the very heavens. I will not relinquish it again. This spear and I have bested many a man together. I will not relinquish it again. Then we are at an impasse. Dun dun. Dun dun. The little tug of war with a halberd. I can't believe I'm saying this, but well done, Inspector. Thanks to you, we've caught the weapon thief in the act. But Miss Ellie, you are grossly misreading our dispute. Greg is a good, honest man, who I am certain has never stolen a weapon in his life. Indeed, I have not. Every weapon I have claimed by rights mine. Each was a trophy for besting my opponent in single combat. He's finally realized. I believe that constitutes a confession. Seize him. A confession to what? I've done naught wrong. Bah, you're all beyond reason. Yes, my plan to secure Greg's confession was utterly flawless. And his capture will be the coup de grace. We will chase him down. Well, my plan is thus far flawless. Griffin Crossing is still impassable. I know who you are, even if that imbecile doesn't. So let's not mince words. Only you have the skill to face the duelist in battle. Even so, your strength alone will likely not suffice. I suggest you muster what allies you can. And we'll head to Hildibrand. Oh, he's fallen over. Nashu, Miss Ellie? Ah, my good man. It is a relief to hear your footfalls. As you have doubtless deduced, I was unable to prevent Greg from escaping through the doors. I must leave the rest to you. And why is this bridge impassable? It doesn't look covered in snow, it doesn't look broken. Well, it looks fine to me. Hey Greg, what's up? Yes, it was I behind these doors the whole time. You took so long to arrive, I was getting worried you might have gotten lost. Long did I wonder what your role in this play was. A silent guardian, content to watch events unfold with minimal interaction. At the least, I understand. At the last, I understand. We are fated to duel, you and I. Best me, and you will have the spear. Fail, and your weapons are forfeit. Fair terms, do you not think? I will even extend them to your allies. Aye. I grant you leave to summon others. After all, it will avail you no advantage. For Gilgamesh, it is embiggening time. He embiggened. Alright, time to fight Gilgamesh. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Battle on the big bridge. It says average wait time less than 5 minutes. Not bad. Just have a bit of a stretch. And a drink of water as well. Alright. Now I guess we just wait for a bit. And see who shows up. Shouldn't take too long, hopefully. Fingers crossed. It does say less than 5 minutes, but that could be a lot longer. We never know. Alright, let's have a look at this bridge. Oh, we can't go over. Just straight up blocked. Where does this bridge go? It looks like it would head over this way. What is that place? So that's Mordona. And we've got the Black Shroud. Oh, this is the Ixals area. What is this area here? Why is this a lighter colour? Is that like a canyon or something? We'll look up here. We go over here. What does it show over here? Okay, so it is a canyon. This is just like a... yeah, it's a peak. The big bridge. Does it come down here? Or does it go across here? This here is full guard float. I'm gonna go have a look. So Gridania full guard float. In North Shroud. Then we can fly over north. Okay, there's no way the bridge would actually connect to here. Yeah, there's no way that's where the bridge would connect to. But can we see the bridge in the distance? Don't think so. So yeah, I think the bridge connects off over this way somewhere. Not sure where it would connect to though. Definitely not to anything we have maps for. So yeah, it's somewhere. Yeah, Coerthus, and then the bridge goes over here. Maybe it heads over to Girabania or something? Or Albethia's Spine? It wouldn't be here. That's Azizla, that's Sea of Clouds. Yeah, okay, so it wouldn't be here. We've got Ishgard and the Imperium. Oh, that's the housing district. Then we've got Western Coerthus. Let's head back to Coerthus. It's been 5 minutes and we haven't found anyone yet. Alright, we might end up doing it on synced and soloing it. It might be the better way to do it. So yeah, we're still 1 out of 7 for the forming of the party. No one wants to join us for the dungeon. 'Tis a shame. Oh, we got a DPS joined in. Alright, maybe we'll wait just a bit more. We'll see what happens. Give it another minute. Yup. Anything up there? That's just a spike. Hey, even from up here, you can just see a part of the bridge. Looks like it goes into the cliff face. It definitely angles down here this some way. Not sure where that goes. Alright, I'm gonna drop party and just solo instead. Duty finder. And just say unrestricted party. Confirm. And we want battle on the big bridge. And we'll just do it at level 80. Well, 30 levels over, but we get to do the fight and get it on the story. So it's not the fight as intended. Hopefully there isn't any mechanics that will be like insta-kills or anything. Zoom out. And we can't target Enkidu.
Go on, Enkidu. It's Toad, your
Oh.
favorite.
We became a frog. Let's run away from Gilgamesh. He's doing very little damage to me though. Oh, he got minimized. At least we can still deal damage to him. And heal up on the way through.
Fine, I admit it.
Ooh.
Fighting all eight of you is just too much for me.
He's groveling.
Not. Ha! I lied.
How dare you lie to me?
Why, I've been had. This is far from the strongest of years. I feel so betrayed. Goodness gracious. I just remembered something.
He forgot his oven was on. We'll just run through and hit all these guys. There we go. Ooh, multiple Enkidos.
I must say, I quite enjoy this tussles. I feel we've gained.
Oh, we've been minimized again. Oh, I run so slow. Alright, we made it out. Oh, we've been frogged. Let's run away from these Enkidus. Got 6 seconds left on Frog. Giga jump. we've been minimized again.
I won't go down so easily.
Yeah, I didn't dodge that, that's fine. There we go. Battle complete.
Well then.
Well then, indeed.
That's enough of a beating for now.
He doesn't, he's a sore loser. How did you think that was going to end? Alright, duty complete. And then we can exit. Alone, yet still armed. In any case, he seemed satisfied with the halberd. We will proceed with the delivery. Back to Vesper Bay. To Horizon. And we'll make our way through Horizon's Edge and the Footfalls. Past the weird statue. And this will conclude the second mystery with Hildibrand. There you are. Gorilla. So what has been done? Ah, it is more magnificent than I imagined. It will make a fine addition to my collection. And with that, our business is concluded. Cheers. I genuinely mean that in our case, by the way. All's well that ends well, right, Inspector? Though it's a shame that Greg turned out to be the thief. There you are, Inspector Briardane. Why did you not wait for me at the docks? They've been duped! Why are you all staring at me so? Oh, never mind that. Where is my treaty blade? But didn't we just give you the treaty blade? Oh, creepy mask. Disguise yourself as the client and let the treaty blade come to you. Take advantage of an existing situation to distract us from the real crime. Brilliant. The man in red never spoke of the treaty blade, only the halberd. Moreover, he always issued his challenges in person. Dear gods, isn't it obvious? What is it like to be your funny little brains? It must be so boring. Oh, get wrecked, Hildibrand. If the man in red did not send the challenge, then who did? Dodged. 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 Thunk. He got whacked. Pluck. I believe this is addressed to me. Condescending Inspector Briardane. Piss off. 400 years have I slept. 1,000 faces do I wear. What is yours will be mine. I shall come to claim the lapis maiden's virtue. A many-faced phantom thief. Interesting. The design and the wording are the same as before. The thief who stole the treaty blade sent this. Very well. I alone, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, once more accept your challenge. Sparkle? I twitch. You want a challenge, huh? Stand and face me, you buffoon. How dare you all laugh at a time like this, after allowing my precious treaty blade to be stolen. And you, Maria. Well, I suppose it is a little funny, isn't it? The two of them dashing to and fro. A pair of gentlemen mummers. You know, it's been far too long since we've seen a show. We should head into the city later. Just you and me. Not bad, Hildy. Not bad at all. You are indeed a Mandeville man. Huff, puff, mark my face, O phantom of many faces, for it is the face of the huff puff. Quest complete. The fiend dares lay claim to the fair maiden's virtue. The seeds of jealousy quicken within the inspector's soul. Can true love bloom on the battlefield? Will the Mandeville man find his Mandeville wife? A case of indecency. Hey, what's with the goggles those men are wearing? They look special. Maybe if I ask nicely, they'll give me a pair. I guess we'll find out next time. Kissy, kissy, kissy. Alright, we'll end that there for the day. let's find someone to raid, shall we? Let's go in screen. Yoop. Alright, who is live? Alright, you've only just gone live. So let's go raid Igumi. They are one of my VTuber siblings. And they are super cute. They are playing some Resident Evil 4. So if you're not a fan of spookies, then best not to carry on. But grab our raid message. Grab the first one if you do not have a sub, and if you do have a sub, grab the second raid message. Thank you everyone for joining me today. I've had a wonderful time playing with the Hildibrand quests, and we'll continue it again next week. So until then, have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Oh, also have a collab stream tomorrow night at 9 PM Australian with Alt Valka playing some Lego Star Wars. So see you then as well. Bye guys.